Welcome back, guys, to another video. I got some news for you about what's been going on in the gaming industry. Anything and everything. That's right. So let's get started. So PlayStation has a new service that will be coming out in the future, which when you use it, you'll be able to play PS4 games and PS3 games, and maybe some PS2 and PS1 classics on any mobile device that is basically supported with that software. I think it's pretty cool, but we'll see how it compares to the Xbox, their service, their streaming service. I think they're just doing this because they know how, if it will succeed, the Xbox service will succeed a lot more, and then they want to get in on that. Next up is AAA game Crisis. So I have quite a bit to talk about this. If you notice, all the games over the year, they have been gone down in quality, be it content and stuff to do with narrative wise, with lackluster stories. Come on, guys, you guys seen what I'm talking about. A few games here and there, God of War and Red Dead Redemption, are actually pretty good. But some of the big companies, you guys know who I'm talking about. Come on, let's start with EA. Where do I even start with these guys? How about loot boxes? Remember Battlefront 2? That that whole thing? Well, that thing then in the Need for Speed and the FIFA packs. I know cosmetic loot boxes are fine, but seriously though, why just keep doing this with every single game? Remember who got the worst company of the year award? Oh, that's right, it was EA. Okay, what else? Battlefield 5. Jeez, come on, what's happening with that? They're trying to appeal to the social justice warriors, feminazis, not feminists, because real feminists fight about the real stuff, but feminazis, which fight about anything that slightly triggers them. But yeah, trying to be historically accurate, they were trying, but it didn't really succeed. I mean, at that point, no, I can't say they were even trying because they had women to the front lines just for the fact that they're trying to appeal for that stuff. I don't think that's the right. That's just not right. And then with the whole thing that they had a party and then they put up the comments on a giant screen for everybody to laugh at their launch party, I think it was. Man, that's just plain childish. You don't do that shit. You just don't do it. You know, and remember what they said is if you don't like it, then don't buy it. Well, obviously we won't buy it then if you just treat us like that. Let's see, Blizzard with Activision influence. It's like a big brother that influences an honest boy to do some nasty stuff, which is in this case Activision influencing Blizzard with their greed, with their lust for money that they can't get enough of. World of Warcraft started with a simple little mounts and started going up with more and more, just so they can get a little bit of a cash grab in that. But I mean, it's fine since it's kind of cosmetics only, and I mean, there's nothing really you're paying pay to play as in such a thing like that. Now there's still the underlying issue with that, but then again, there's other stuff like Heroes of the Storm. The esports support dropped because they want to get that little extra money gain that they're losing from that. Then Destiny 2, those two DLCs that should have been part of the whole game to begin with. I mean, really, they just took out the content just so they can sell back to us. And Forsaken was pretty good. I mean, because they actually listened to the community. But then again, I don't know. I still think the price was a little bit high on that. Then they're doing the yearly Game Pass right now, and with that whole thing, they're just trying to make everybody grind so the game seems longer, but it's not really it. Just the content isn't even story-wise. There's nothing really there. It's just to be able to get a little more grind and do a bunch of stuff on that. But that's not the only thing they're doing. Blizzard's now doing all kinds of stuff from Diablo Immortal to the start of loot boxes in Overwatch. I mean, that started a while ago, but the only reason they did that is because they saw how much money Activision was making from their loot boxes in Call of Duty, so they just wanted to get in that. Then they're trying now to fire employees just so they can cut costs at every level and get every little penny that isn't being spent towards money making towards that. Well, they're just trying to make as much money as they can, which yeah, it's fine, but at a certain point it's don't they have enough money to be able to do everything that they want? Apparently not, if they're trying to do all this stuff. Now guys, Activision, now you can just tell what kind of company it is just by looking at the way they're trying to push Blizzard's toward this whole money scheme and all that. The Call of Duty franchise, man, it isn't innovating anymore. The one time that they do is just to be able to get the hand in the cash pot, and that is the battle royale. That's what they're doing. The blackout mode, They only did it because they saw Fortnite and PUBG like take off with that, so they're like, oh, you know what, maybe we should innovate just with that, just to be able to get a little bit of extra money just from that. Now, they said that they were gonna support this game on PC a lot more than any other PC port, but they haven't been doing the greatest job at it, and just they only supported it for like the first month. Then it seems like they just abandoned ship on that. Black Ops is pretty decent, but it sucks with the tier system and that's been going on with it. The fact that you can pay like basically I think it's $100 to be able to get to like 100 tiers, that just isn't right. Geez, like who's gonna do that? I mean, I know there's been videos of people doing that, but the only reason they're doing that is just for the sake of money. And the Black Ops tier system isn't even that good. There's nothing that they really offer. Apparently, it is getting good now because people are putting up videos that the market is getting better in there. But I don't know, like we'll just have to wait and see. There are some companies that are trying to do this stuff, like Bethesda. I mean, what happened with the Fallout franchise? Fallout 76. Like all that is just a little money cash grab for the multiplayer side of it. That's all they want, and then they're releasing like holiday skins that aren't even that good. The whole canvas back situation, oh my god! Like you guys seen what's going on with that? That just ain't right. That ain't right, you know. And Take-Two, you guys Take-Two from GTA 5, Red Dead Redemption. I always knew these guys were trying to just get their money in by like getting the whole shark cards in GTA 5 and now the whole Red Dead Redemption 2 gold fiasco. They're just trying to get as much money as they can with like all these companies trying to do great things like, but there are a few gems out there trying to do some right, like CD Projekt Red with their Witcher series and Cyberpunk 2077. Those are actually good games. That like Cyberpunk 2077 hasn't been released yet, but just looking by it, looking at the ambition behind it, it just looks great. Obsidian, the guys that made the Fallout New Vegas game, they're trying to make their own Fallout kind of 76 type thing. It's called Outer Worlds. You guys should check out the trailers. It looks pretty promising. Now you may ask, why do all these companies go down the path of money, less effort into games? And it's really quite simple. It's because they want to please their shareholders. They want to like show off that, hey, look, we got as much money, so bring the stocks back to bring their stocks back up and all that. That's what they want. Like the shareholders have the real power with like their money. Their money talks, but then we can too because we're the ones buying the product. So we can talk by saying, "Hey, no, this isn't what we want, and this isn't what like we were promised. So we're just not buying the game." And it's actually starting to work now because these companies are freaking out. Their stocks are going down. They're trying to figure out what can they do, what can they do to like improve or to like just cause this to not go like so bad as it's going right now. Now let's try to do something about it, you know. Let's just keep going with like not buying these games, just boycotting all of them and actually asking for some good games like the Cyberpunk 2077, like Outer Worlds. Those games when they're coming out, they look pretty good. We'll get them, I guess, because those are the ones that are actually promising stuff and they're probably going to deliver. So if we just go towards that, then they know that we want good games that have actual effort and have been polished for the consumer's use. And yeah, anyway, as always guys, thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like or dislike if you like the video, subscribe if you want more content, and you know, always leave some suggestions on how I can improve myself. Well, see you guys next time.